Oh my god, is he okay? Oh, Mrs. Naruhodo, are you alright? Oh, Mrs. Sato. Ah, conscious again at last, a blessed relief, my dear fellow. After all, to drop dead, they're moderate looking by a small terrier, most unseemly. What is, or isn't seemly, is irrelevant here, Mr. Sholmes. Sorry, can't read today. I still got just no lasting damage. How are you feeling? I'm fine, thank you. Did you bring me back here? Oh, what's this on my head? A bandage? Sadly, we had no ice, so that's a compress of sugar water. Sugar water? Don't worry, Miss Naruhodo. It's the first aid treatment that my father taught me. Oh, thank you. So, let us take tea when you're feeling up to it, but of course, no sugar in the patient's cup. Ugh, the bump my head started sweet enough, don't worry. Hee hee. Whenever you feel ready then. Are you right, Miss Naruhodo? It's rather unusual to find ourselves here in the middle of our investigations. It's just occurred to me that I might have forgotten something when I left this morning. Please don't worry. As long as you can investigate there, you won't go far wrong. Oh, yes, of course. Must get back to work as soon as possible. Okay, let's talk with Sholmes. He's just standing there. Thank you for your concern, Mr. Sholmes. My dear fellow, think nothing of it. I must say I was quite startled when I heard that you've been attacked by a dog. For a moment, I heard that infamous murder of so many had come back from the dead. You mean the professor? Fortunately, I see your prize. Wait! I just remembered something. You know, like on the second case of this game with Shakespeare, the fake Shakespeare, we found a dog collar, wasn't it? Like it had to be on the collar. It looked like a dog collar to me. Remember that? Like, we found it at the ceiling. Oh my god. What if that's the dog collar of the Reaper's dog? I think Naruhodo needs some tea after that, so. Excuse me, what happened here? Iris? What on earth is going on here? Am I having a bad dream? What the Ah, no, it's an old German folk song. Rather a fine rendition, I think. That's the least of my concerns. What? What? What is Susano's dad doing over there passed out? Iris? Iris, what's the matter? He's freaking knocked out. Who's a sprawling, that relaxed gentleman over there? What the heck is going on here? Iris, is she even listening? Excuse me, sir, I do apologize for troubling you once you're singing so merrily, but would you be kind enough to explain the situation? No, I think it's knocked out, Sholmes. Oh, that worked. A crooning gentleman and a mute young girl are rather tantalizing juxtaposition. No, he's passed out. And one that appears inside of the gods in deduction would mean to find their voices too. Ah, Mr. Sholmes, do you mean? The strings of reasoning with me are playing now as a delightful duet. One melody sings a reunion full of nostalgia, whilst the other is the more theme of the great secret trying so desperately to conceal. Iris. She's turned as white as a sheet. So as usual, you've instantly seen to the very heart of the matter. Please don't say that that guy stole Iris's voice or something, because I won't take you seriously after that, Sholmes. So then, to music where else sweetness and delicacy and harmony. Pray do enjoy Herlock Sholmes' latest logic and reasoning spectacular. Alright, it's been a while since he did this. The great deduction. The game is afoot. Topic 1. Man's identity. At first, Louis considered gentleman's nationality. Clearly, he's a German with no grasp of the English language. No, he's Japanese. As evidenced by the dramatic song he sings on his apparent inability to understand what has the disease. So, why is the man here at all in such apparently high spirits? Oh, he's knocked out. Sholmes. The answer, of course, Iris, is clearly known to you. Indeed, we need only follow the gaze of those bright, young eyes to unravel the particular part of this mystery. The reason for the man's mighty, irritable warbling is revealed by the herbal tea. Maybe got knocked out by the tea. You obviously offered our German guests a cup of your latest herbal blend. The tea's delectable flavor has made this man's spirits soar. And result is joyful ditty tumbling incessantly from his lips. I eagerly await sampling the flavor myself that I may join the fellow's state of elation. Now to the next question. Who exactly is this gentleman unveiling us so thoroughly to study? As it happens a number of years ago now, a certain gentleman of German origin engaged in my services solving a particularly delicate case. He required 3 cheaper letters when sent to an acquaintance that might have proved problematic. In order to conceal his known identity, he also arrived at my office in a mask. The gentleman's name was Wilhelm Goster Stigmans von Norm Street. Was he in the 3rd case? The King of Germany. If my memory serves, the mask worn by this gentleman is identical. Maybe she just picked up some random mask on the table. You know, Kazuma's mask, and put it on him when he passed out, so nobody knows who he is. The mask belongs to the King of Germany. It would appear that His Majesty remembers the fine service I afforded him, and has decided to show his face again, mask and all, in order to express his gratitude. A well-mannered monarch indeed, wouldn't you agree, my dear fellow? So the identity of this masked visitor is in fact my former client, the King of Germany. Indeed, his son is currently in London, so enjoying the wonders of the great exhibition. Oh boy, you are so wrong, Sholmes. Topic 2! Girls, silence. Which leaves us with one remaining imponderable. Yes, you, young Iris. But your apparently inexplicable size is unable to hide the truths. Yes, the reason for your muteness is concealed inside the knapsack. A 5-pound note, I believe. I must say, as a compatriot, I'm deeply saddened. It would appear that he allowed us to be bribed into silence by His Royal Highness, earning use of spending money in exchange for keeping quiet about the King's secret. No. And now, the final piece of the puzzle. What is the secret you started to hide with your silence, Iris? Ah yes, we need only follow that brief and follow me to twitch of her eyes to find an answer. You were turning up song with that coffee cup? What? My favorite coffee cup, in fact. Does she have the coffee cup in her mouth or something that says she can't speak? It appears as high-spirited His Highness broke in the midst of his hijinks, which leads to sad truths. My favorite coffee cup is broken by the King of Germany. Iris is trying to conceal it from me. I shall have the bill sent via governmental channels to the German royal family for his previous replacement. Conclusion: Sholmes is sad to hide the coffee cup. Thus concludes her Sholmes' great deduction this paper puzzle. My coffee cup. With your signs as well, the fellow's jovial warbling rather recent years, is it not? Mr. Sholmes, I must say something that does rather trouble me. Pray, Mrs. Otto, do tell. His Royal Highness doesn't appear to have moved the muscles since you arrived. And you haven't said a word either, Iris. If Mrs. Sholmes says it alright, you might as well own up to it now. Your reasoning is entirely without substance, I must admit. And one other thing, Mr. Sholmes. Yet another grievance is Naruto. Surely not. Well, actually I read the story of that case recently, the one you're just describing. And according to that, it wasn't the king of Germany, it was the king of Bohemia. Goodness, was it? Yes, it's quite true. Master Gods, the prince, testified to that in court. In his words, I have come to see the great exhibition all the way from home, Bohemia. I would ask you to keep that minor error to yourselves. It could easily become quite a scandal. Oh boy. I believe, Mr. Naruhodo, that it's our turn now to make the corrections number of minor errors that might have slipped in. Yes, even Mr. Sholmes is willing to admit he might be slightly wide off the mark this time. Although it's clear that ours is definitely Heidi's looking. We need to find out the truth behind this mysterious scene. But one truth is incontrovertible. My favorite coffee cup is no more. So, shall we embark again on a joint representation of Herlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular? Yeah, let's go. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Alright, I'll just skip over this. So what? It's a mix of herbs that gives you the urge to sing? Goodness, I should like to try some. No, I think that sounds like a drug. I like to hear singing, but this band, just how long does he tend to keep up with that tune, do you suppose? As I said, he's been stock still the entire time. We look closely. His lips aren't moving either. Ah, so I'm not sure what's actually responsible for his spirited singing, but I suspect the answer lies at the end of Iris's gaze. It's probably like a recorder, a music recorder or something. Oh god, like the game had to stop on this particular point of view, but okay. It's this, the gramophone. It's a gramophone, still rarely seen in our own country. The sound theory appears to be coming from the horn, but machine singing, that can't be right. Science and technology are changing the world rapidly, Mr. Naruhodo. What's right is changing too. It's too much for my brain. Well, at least he found our answer. Yep, it's the gramophone.
Take that!
The reason for a man's mighty irritable warbling is revealed by the gramophone. Indeed, for no well-bred gentleman would break into obscure folk song while making a social call. In other words, this gentleman is singing it all. In fact, it would appear that the fellow is unconscious. Yeah. The music seems to have stopped now. I asked you, Mrs. Naruhodo. Yes. Why would I purchase a recording of that gibberish? How should I know? Well, never mind. On with the deduction. Who exactly is this gentleman? Okay. We'll skip over this. Although we already established was actually the king of Bohemia, it seems Mr. Sholmes tends to persist with Germany theory for some reason. Come to think of it, the young prince was wearing a mask as well, wasn't he? Master Gods, the boy whom he had in tears? Don't remind me or anyone else. Do you suppose all members of aristocracy of mainland Europe wear masks? I'm sure they do. Well, probably anyway. The point is, the mask doesn't belong to any king. No, that's right, as we all know. Because we can identify the true owner of this mask. It's Kazuma's mask.
Take that!
Yes, there can be no question that mask belongs to Kazuma Asogi. In other words, my memory is completely unreliable. Only you could try to make that sound positive. Kazuma's mask has been languishing on his metal chest for several days. Although that doesn't explain why the gentleman is wearing it now. Iris probably shoved it on his face. But it's now a simple matter to determine a guest's true identity. After all, the gentleman is unconscious. Just take the mask off. We need only use this in advance. Gently let the mask appear underneath it. It's Susato's dad. I don't believe it. Ah! here! I'm afraid, Mrs. Sutter, you must be mistaken. No, I think not, Mr. Sholmes. This is my dad I'm talking about here. This mysterious visitor is my unconscious father, Eugene Mikotoba. Oh my god. Logic erasing or just looking and saying. Eugene Mikotoba. Solved. Okay, this game just makes me laugh sometimes. So that's the 5-poem note poking out of Iris' knapsack, is it? Okay, guys, I think that'll be it for part 29 and 28. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching.